Hey there, and welcome back to the channel. So another one of my favorite blocks that I built for the Crosswinds Blocks plugin is the related post block. While creating a related post section with normal classic PHP themes was pretty straightforward once you knew how to get related posts, creating that same sort of section with block themes is a lot more challenging. Really, the query loop block doesn't allow you to do something like that. So instead, if you want to have a related post at the end of your blog post or related content at the end of whatever your post type is, you have to build it yourself or find the plugin that does it for you. And really, I couldn't find anything that I liked, so I went ahead and built a block that does it for me. So today we're going to dive into how I built this related post block and maybe help you learn more about how to create custom blocks with WordPress. But before we get started, if you want to see more videos about WordPress development, web design, web development, those sorts of things, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Now, let's get started. Okay, so let's take a look at the related post block. So here I am in the sort of the edit file for the block. It's a fairly simple. It's kind of taken a lot from the query loop and post template blocks. That's just kind of how I was able to figure out how this kind of works. So a lot of it honestly is sort of copy and paste from that block. Really the only sort of customizations that I've done with it sort of come down here with the options basically. We have sort of the related post options, so we get the number of related posts as well as the number of columns. If someone wants more of a list style layout, then they can go with one column. We have it between 1 and 4. And really that's the only thing that is different. And then with really sort of we update the numbers here. That's kind of, for being honest, that's kind of it. And this sort of uses sort of the same class that like the grid sort of view for the post template / query loop block uses. So we don't have to really write too much extra CSS for our block. Essentially this is the query loop block, just changed with a couple of different settings to get our related post block. I do want to mention that I'm kind of with the post, and especially with the query loop block, if you were to look into this part of it, especially where they're getting the list of posts, you would see a lot more options for the query, obviously, but for us, we're just returning just the number of posts per page. We're not really looking for specific posts, especially in the edit screen, because you're going to probably be using this in the site editor with the template for like the single post or single post type. So we don't really care too much about the specific post we're getting in the edit screen in the site editor. We just need something that we can display stuff and change and mold and essentially build off of. We're not looking for specifics. And then for the save file, we just need to make sure that we're saving our inner blocks. Pretty simple. And then for the template, so this is obviously a dynamic block. So there's a PHP template involved. And this is really, this is where a lot more of the customization is happening. As you'll see in a minute, as I sort of walk through how to use this block, there is a setting in the Crosswinds Blocks plugin where we can set the taxonomy that's being searched for based off of the post type that we're searching for. Someone for post, they can choose category, tag, or a custom taxonomy. For video, it could be like video playlist, video topic, or another custom post type. But that allows the user to really customize how the related posts are displayed and also be able to use the related post block for custom post types. because in version sort of 1 of the plugin, it could really only be used for blog post. But now with version 1.1, it really opened it up to every post type. So essentially we're getting that option here. And then we're getting the terms for the single content we're looking at on the front end, and getting the terms that we're trying to pull related posts from right here. And then we're essentially creating that list. Right here, we're getting the post type that we're looking at so that we can sort of search for those items. Our number of pages here, make sure it's not sticky, make sure we avoid the current post, and then this is where we're searching for those related posts. And then we just create our query, and then from here it's very similar to what you would look at in the query loop or post template block. We have our loop standard right here, adding our classes for the number of columns, and then for each post, we're creating the container div, and then we're echoing out those inner blocks that we set for our related post. And that's pretty straightforward, pretty basic. Again, this ending section is similar to what you'll see in the query loop or post template block. That's where I got a lot of this. And it was a pretty big help to figure all of that out. So now we're going to move into the sort of live demo. I'm here on my personal website, and I have a project post type that I would like to add related projects to at the bottom. So to do that, first we're going to set the settings for projects for related projects. So we come into the plugin settings, and I have actually already had this set because I thought ahead of time. But you can see, you can pick it for posts, photo galleries, any post type that's available and registered on your website. You can do this for. So that's already set, so you don't have to worry about that, which is great. So we'll come in here to the site editor. Beneath that, I'm just gonna group. And a heading. And then we're going to add in our related post block. And we're going to make it 3 across. Now, unfortunately, and this is something I'll probably work on in the future release of the Crosswinds Blocks plugin, even though we're in a projects post type, we're showing post at the moment. Functionally, it's not too big of an issue, but it might look a little bit weird. But again, everything else should sort of still work as normal. I'm going to come down here, and I'm using the local services theme for the Crosswinds Framework. And there should be some project patterns that I can use to make this real quick and easy. All right, I like that. We're going to delete everything but the group, like so. Okay, so I like how that looks here in the editor. We'll hit save. And now let's go see what it looks like here on the front end. And there we go, we have our related projects. So when someone comes in here, they see this project, they want to see more of what I've done. They can come in here and they can go on to a different project. Pretty simple, pretty easy, great way to keep people on your website. And it turns out kind of pretty easy to build, which is great. So that's basically the related post. So that's it for today. What questions do you have about how I was able to build this block? Or do you have the plugin already and have you tried out the block? How was your experience? Be sure to leave those all down in the comment section below. And if you really want to learn more about how I was able to build this block, you can check out the links down in the description below to the GitLab repo where you can just see how I built that block and all the other blocks for the Crosswinds Blocks plugin. And again, if you want to see more videos about WordPress development, web design, web development, those sorts of things, be sure to hit that subscribe button and to ring the bell for notifications. But that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.